Welcome to Wonderland Weekly, hosted by Toronto Ty. Now sit back and have a wonderful week.
Hey everyone, Toronto Ty back here again for the 2019 season. Of course, I was here on Wednesday. Thank you again to everyone who donated and helped me to get that spot on the first seat of the second train on Yukon Striker. That was really, really incredible. But you know, today is Season Pass sneak preview night, so some stuff might not be open quite yet. But I am going to check out as much as I can, as much as is ready and new for the 2019 season, and I'm going to be here all the way through Winterfest. So over here, they do indeed have a new permanent structure, as opposed to the portable Kingswood event tent that they had previously. So I guess, you know, that's some signal that they are going to be keeping Kingswood for a little bit longer at least. And then over here, where there was an icy stand, as I pointed out in my map analysis, it seems like they have relocated it to be combined with the refresh station next to Chicken Shack, which I will check out in a moment. So, no sign of the new Coca-Cola refresh station, at least immediately. There is a new Beaver Tail flavor Rocky Mountain brownie, so I will probably be checking that out at some point. But I think, I noticed this on Wednesday, I think that this is where the new refresh station is going to be, where another game used to be, or as part of the arcade building. Yukon Striker is currently not open due to high winds, but that's not stopping people from waiting outside of the line. They are not being allowed to wait in the line for the ride, but you see them all out here. And they are doing test cycles of Yukon Striker, so it should be open soon. But yeah, I'm not getting in line quite yet. Looking at the park map, and based on how all the raids looks, it does appear that this is where the VR experience is going to be in the entire All the Rage shop. The Grand World Exposition of 1890 is back, although it's more or less in name only at the moment. I'm hoping to see a bit more, return in terms of matching the theme with the VR experience here this year and Flight Deck. They don't quite mesh that well. But you still have this incredible entrance, which has never gone anywhere, but with all the flags, the globe, and of course these signs here. Here in Medieval Fair, they have brought back a bunch of original names, including Canterbury Theatre. So that's the new sign, and and this year they will be having Tundra, a circuit experience. Which will be absolutely incredible, I'm sure. An updated version of the Cirque show, as they've been doing for quite a few seasons, but it never gets old. They keep updating it to keep it fresh, and it's such a great show. Another new thing is that they have these wooden posts standing here by the water's edge, and I'm not sure what those are for. Really, really strange and interesting. I'll be excited to see, what happens with them, because as far as I know, there aren't really too many major special events happening in terms of shows. Of course, they do have the taste festivals, but yeah, I will be watching, and I will update you guys when I figure out what these are for. My goodness, guys, the Vikings Rage sign. I love it. It is absolutely amazing. Oh my goodness, it looks beautiful. Oh, so perfect. Yeah, there's no more lightning bolt. So, but you know, this sign is actually closer to the entrance, so that's kind of appreciated. Still a little bit out of sight, I think, but and then over here we've got the King's Feast sign, which looks really, really nice. I really like that, and of course is a much better name than Thrill Burger. Over here we have Wild Nightmares, and Wild is very much downplayed, which I kind of like. And then Night with a K, and Mares as a separate word. Really, really great. I love that the park is returning to these original names. And I really do actually like the Wild Nightmares sign. I like that they downplay wild and everything. But my favorite so far is the Vikings Rage sign. The mess hall hot dogs that used to be here, which I thought was going to be turned into the mess hall over in Frontier, Canada, it is not here. So as far as I understand it, it is currently undergoing a renovation and will be Chuck Wagon. The old lightning bolt sign of the Rage. It definitely left an impression. Another nice change is that the front of the line game here in front of Leviathan, they've changed it out completely. And this, I think, is more in line with what Cedar Point has for their front of the line games. But I really like it because it has, you know, the Leviathan eyes on it and everything. And yeah, it's just much nicer than the old pinball style. The new Wild Beast sign, and I have to say, I think it looks better in person than it does on that photo that the park released. But it looks awesome. Really, really great. It's got, you know, the wooden background and the E. Woo! And also, this is no longer a designated smoking area, which is much appreciated because moving through this area has always been really frustrating to me. But I think some people have not yet gotten the memo that it is not a designated smoking area. So good to see this employee letting them know. Clockworks is currently missing its lights, and that bothers me. All-Star Shootout has been relocated to here, a much more central location, so that you run into it as soon as you step here into International Festival. So really, really interesting. No more of the, I think this was the ring toss before, and as John Brooks pointed out to me, they moved the Krossenwagen sign to make it, you know, not be hidden behind the back wall of the All-Star Shootout. Really interesting. So out here in front of High Striker, where the All-Star Shootout used to be, I believe this is going to be the grab-and-go market. So totally makes sense. They've got, you know, big glass doors so that you can see in, or big glass windows, and then glass doors so you can step inside, and that makes sense for Winterfest, which, you know, I believe this whole area is going to be open for Winterfest, so that totally makes sense to have it be indoors. Also, Thunder Run has gotten a ton of new wood, a lot of replacement wood being put in, and it looks, I mean, right now that it looks really rainy, but yeah, definitely did a lot of restructuring. So it seems like they were finishing up all that work that they had to do in the middle of last season. So new railings, new support beams, new support column, if you want to call it that. All of that, and I saw some additional new wood over on the other side as well. So really, really cool. The Peach Basket game here in International Festival has been replaced by a milk can. Welcome to Frontier, Canada. Here on the other side, the other entrance. Really, really cool. I love these signs. I love these arches. Funny thing though, Timber's Barbecue, technically not in Frontier, Canada. new sign for the ever classic Vortex. I'm not gonna lie, it's okay. I don't love it. I like that it's I love that it's keeping the same name. I like that it's still a triangular shape. And this does fit in Frontier Canada a lot more. It's not that 90s feel that it used to be. But I feel like, you know, maybe if they like repaint the track to be yellow or something, then it would fit a little bit better. Because right now, then you got like these little gold flecks in here, and they're, you know, there's not much yellow on the ride outside of the whatever they are, the pistons. They're not pistons, but I can't think of what they're called. But yeah, and absolutely incredible view of Yukon Striker from here with the loop and the second Immelman. New over here on Lumberjack, they have a Frontier Logging Co. sign on the processor room. Processor building, rather. So that's really, really cool. I really like that, actually. My goodness. I can't believe they're letting us get this close to it. I mean, I'm happy, but wow. And right here is the chuck wagon, which is not the truck from over by Medieval Fair, so I'm not sure what happened to that truck. It's really strange. So much confusion regarding that. But yeah, I mean, like, the chuck wagon is not quite finished. But I mean, yeah, I don't see why they would, you know, put the truck in front of this. This looks great, though. Like, yeah, very, very well themed here. Looks, you know, like a chuck wagon, like they would have on those long journeys, including even having the little bench seat here. So I'm not sure how I feel about this trench not being covered. I think I would prefer if they put a little something on here, or at least painted the walls. You know, it doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't look quite finished, and hopefully it's not. You know, they still have a week before opening day, and yeah, obviously still quite a bit of work to do along this pathway, so here's hoping. Said it before, I'll say it again. This is a very photogenic ride. Lumberjack Climb looks a little different. Still the exact same game, but with a new background. Okay, I promise this is the last full ride shot that I'm gonna do for today's video. But you know that I'm going to keep doing more and more throughout the season. Woohoo! Check it out, guys. They got the water running from the water tower down this way. So that is really, really awesome. And they've done some additional theming in the station. I'll throw up a photo or video right here. And the bin system is already functioning,
New for 2020.
which is really, really cool. They've got attendants on either side who have small little control panels so that they can operate it. And yeah, my goodness, like, it is so brilliant, but I have I don't know how they deal with the souvenir cups. That's the only thing that I'm not quite sure about. But everybody, you know, as soon as the ride got back, everybody was cheering. The ride is fantastic. The queue is packed, absolutely jam-packed, and then it stretches all the way over this way toward the Klondike Outfitters shop, then back this way, across the bridge, and over in front of the Coca-Cola Cool Zone, all the way, like, yeah, in front of Coasters. I think it was even longer a little bit earlier. But yeah, I took the single riders line because I didn't mind, you know, being separated from the person I'm here with, and you know, I just filled an empty seat. So,
That's exactly
you know, really just helps capacity, make sure that every single train is filled. 24 people for 24 seats, and they've been doing a fantastic job of making sure that it is indeed full. My goodness, this bin system, it's ingenious. I love it. Some additional little theming here in the middle of the two sections of queue, but yes, absolutely jam-packed, full of people. Very, very popular ride. All right, let's check out Klondike Outfitters. I don't think it's quite ready yet, but it is open. And yeah, oh my goodness. They've got merchandise here. World record coaster. Wonderland has been really making sure to make that abundantly clear. Yukon Striker is a world record coaster. Oh, this is actually really cool. I really like this shirt. Yeah, it's really cool. And then they got these mugs. They've got glasses, shot glasses, the little flasks. We've got other mugs. We've got these shirts. Oh my goodness. World record coaster. Even in the gift that I got for being one of the first riders, and then as part of that I got a shirt, and I got a little wooden plaque that says that I was one of the first riders. So that is really, really cool. Man, you can really smell the wood, the wood in here. Yeah, just little details like these signs here. You know, 10 cents for a flower bag, stamps available. My goodness, really, really cool. I don't know what that is actually. But yeah, this over here is the shirt that I got for being one of the first riders. And I also got a journal, which I'm not seeing in the shop, but you know, obviously they are still, you know, working on this. This is in progress. The Klondike Junction, no, Gold Rush Junction, that's what it's called, seems to be coming along pretty well. Yeah, really well actually. So that should be open for opening day. Mess hall is well under construction. You can see that they've got a little bit of color in there. I know the color isn't showing up very well. It's getting late, getting dark. But yeah, and they even, you know, for today, then they moved up the fencing here. So that's pretty cool. So I was incorrect with my video from Wednesday. This little building here is not the Mindbuster bar. It is actually the Dippin' Dot stand. So this is the pathway that used to be the home of Orbiter. It's still really sad to me that it's gone. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. This pathway is, you know, it gives you easy access to get from Behemoth to Yukon Striker and vice versa. But it seems kind of odd to me that they wouldn't, you know, do an additional pathway here, leading over to Sledgehammer. All right, so for this week's trivia time, yes, that's right, trivia time is back. I'm sorry I didn't do one on Wednesday. I was a little distracted and nearly forgot today. But for today's trivia time, I want you to let me know in the comments below what ride was originally on the site of Kingswood Music Theater. Very, very far back, not very long in the park's history. Most of you probably know the answer. But yeah, let me know in the comments below and I'll give you a shout out in my next video. Alright, so to close off the night here, I am in the Canada's Wonderland Store. All kinds of Yukon Striker merch over here, which is basically the same kind of stuff that they have over at the Klondike Outfitters. You know, standard Leviathan versus Behemoth stuff. This really cool mug, I'm probably going to get one soon, and it's not too bad of a price. All kinds of shirts here for Yukon Striker. Oddly enough, I can't find any that are like the kind of shirt that they were selling at the end of last season. I have this horrible looking shirt here. Yeah, and as I mentioned before, like, they are really into record-breaking coaster, world record coaster. Yeah, really, really awesome. And yeah, they got, you know, the little flasks here, which are cool. This is actually a really nice shirt. Just Wonder Mountain with, like, you know, different colored sky. That's the background. Canada's Wonderland since 1981, and then it's got the coordinates of the park. That's pretty interesting. It's something a little different. Yeah. Oh yeah, and they got more giant tubs, like really wide, but not very tall. So that's interesting. And then over here, a bunch of random shirts that need to be updated. None of them have, you know, Yukon Striker on them as part of the background, so these are probably, you know, fairly old shirts. I mean, you know, relatively. And this one is very neon. I don't know what's going on with that one. And this one, which is clearly even older, because the skyline here, it doesn't even have Leviathan on it. It's got Behemoth, but it doesn't have Leviathan. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, and definitely doesn't have Yukon Striker. But yeah, kind of standard sort of stuff around here. Nothing too shocking or new. And honestly, the shop looks pretty bare. It seems like they like just renovated, but that they haven't finished yet. So I'm not sure. And it looks really strange over here. I believe it, like, that used to be like a garage door style thing. I don't know. But now it's just not. Now it's just a wall with a door there and a passage there, which I imagine is to help them with, you know, crew movements to the new fast lane redemption area outside front gate. And this, of course, is the is a line. So that's actually really nice. Really different from much more organized than it used to be. But yeah, that'll about do it for today. Sorry if you know, I got through some things too quick, or I was, you know, a little bit lost for words at times. It ended up being quite a bit colder than I was expecting, but you know, I'll have more updates for you guys as the season goes on every week, through all the way through until Winterfest. So yeah, I will see you guys next time, and until next time, have a good one.
Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like the video, comment with anything you'd like me to cover in the future, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and support me on Patreon so that I can visit more parks and create more wonderful videos.